season. We're talking 162 games, and he's not going to be eligible for any postseason games. Rodriguez continues, though, to deny claims of drug use, and he vows he's going to keep fighting this thing. Andy Scholes is with us more. What's the reaction in the sports world? What are y'all saying?
Well, there's different reactions depending on what side you're on here. If you're on the Yankees side, you're kind of happy about this because you don't have to pay A-Rod all that money this upcoming season. Now, if you're on the player side of things, on A-Rod's side of things, you obviously don't like this decision. But this is definitely a decision that A-Rod saw coming. His whole camp, ever since that first day of when they were having the arbitration hearing and A-Rod kicked over a suitcase, he stormed out of the room. They knew this is what the outcome was going to be. They didn't know the exact amount of games, but they knew it was going to be a lot. So it ends up being 162 games, all of this upcoming season and all of the postseason. Now, A-Rod, he's vowed, hey, I still haven't done anything wrong. I'm going to fight this all the way to federal court. And in the statement he released yesterday, he said, the deck has been stacked against me from day one. This is one man's decision that was not put before a fair and impartial jury, does not involve me having failed a single drug test. It is at odds with the facts and inconsistent with the terms of the joint drug agreement and the basic agreement. Now, I think that's the part that A-Rod has the most beef with. It's that he never failed a drug test. This is just Major League Baseball going after him based on the testimony of basically one man, Anthony Bosch, based on the biogenesis clinic and all the evidence they found there. And that's the thing that A-Rod has a problem with. He never failed a drug test. And if they would just come at him with a 50-game suspension or a 65-game suspension, he probably would have just said, okay. But it's the fact that they want to get him for the 211 and now the 162 games and all the postseason.
There were other players involved with biogenesis who took 50-game suspensions, right?
A bunch of them took 50, and Ryan Braun, a former National League MVP, he took 65, and he's just like, you got me. Okay, right. I'm going to take it and go. And that's what I think A-Rod's having the biggest problem with, is they want to get him for so much more. And that's the reason, but they want to get A-Rod for not only using performance-enhancing drugs, they want to get him for lying and supposedly obstructing and tampering the investigation.
So you talked about the money that's being saved by the Yankees off the top. How much?
Well, they're going to save $24 million this year, and they've probably been operating with the fact that they knew that they were going to have that money available because they offered and signed big contracts to Jacoby Ellsbury, Brian McCann, and Carlos Beltran. Now, it's going to be interesting what happens going forward. They owe A-Rod $61 million from the 2015 to 2017 seasons, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. A-Rod's going to be 39 years old when he eventually comes back to play baseball.
Do you think he's coming back?
I think we've seen the last of him playing Major League Baseball.
Wow.
That's my prediction right there.
We'll see. Andy, thank you so much.